Hello, welcome back. This is Chris. We got a new contest here posted in the Discord server, and this is for the packaging design. Now, the main thing is I'm going to switch from a glass jar to something like this. Now, the main issue is the following. This is going to be on shelves. So because it's going to be on shelves, there's a high chance that most people are going to see only this part here. Imagine 5 of these being stacked on top of each other, right? Now, the issue is because this is so tiny, because this is so short, you're not really sure what this product is. And here is a clear example. You're not really sure what you're buying. Now, when you have a look here at the top, sure, that makes sense. But again, these are going to be stacked on top of each other. So that's the main issue. The second thing is these guys already have a beautiful packaging. This is very similar to what I wanted to use. So that was the challenge. Come up with something that's beautiful, that's in tune with my existing brand colors and whatnot. And then, yeah, just apply it to a cardboard setting. Now, this is my existing style. It's not great, to be honest. I think it's a 7 out of 10. I think I could really improve it. But yeah, the energy just isn't there right now. The focus just isn't there. But yeah, in short, that was the task to switch to cardboard. Here's the thing, we got 4 entries in total, and let's have a quick look. Now, the first thing that should spring to mind is this one right here. Now, this one, while it's pretty good, it's not horrible by any means. By the way, this is the blue background that I added in. Um, Unfortunately, it just doesn't match my style. So if you have a look at the existing style, this just isn't it, right? You can check these existing labels and you're gonna see that this realistic approach with the farm and whatnot and sunset and whatnot, it's just not my style. More than that, the heavy drop shadow, it's not great. It's not something that's considered modern. More than that, we have some issues in terms of sizing. And I'm sad to say that most of these designs have the same issue. But let's quickly go through them. So first of all, this is incredibly tiny, incredibly tiny. So you're not going to be able to see it. Now, I understand that when you zoom in, it looks fine and you can clearly see that this is an A. But yeah, actually, when you print it out, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I actually do have it printed out right in front of me, and it's, yeah, impossible to spot. We also have some labels here, and again, you're not going to be able to read them. What I do like is the fact that on the side, which is again one of my pain points right here, you can actually tell what this is all about. You can see the company logo here, you can see the flavor, you can see the product type, because again, this is oatmeal, this is not all that common. So overall, this is pretty good, but yeah, unfortunately, the style simply doesn't line up. And more than that, we also have various other things like this part here, which isn't all that great to look at. Unfortunately, it's just a mess. Um, this other part right here, not bad, pretty good, pretty decent. But again, with the farm and whatnot, it's not really something that speaks to my brand. And again, 15 years ago, this would have been fantastic. With the tearaway, this part right here again, tearaway, pretty good. But yeah, not in 2024 and beyond. So this one, unfortunately, is gonna get eliminated. Now, this one visually is striking, and this is exactly what I did in my recent presentation. Basically, a pattern. You can see that this design applied it here as well. So I think this is very smart. This is very close to what I want. But again, the wood just doesn't work. I understand why you use the wood bowl here, but yeah, unfortunately, it's just not what I'm looking for. More than that, I think your hierarchy isn't all that great, to be honest. I understand you used 3 different fonts, 3 different typefaces here, but yeah, overall, it just looks a bit busy. I'm not really sure what to look at. I can see that you aligned them properly, but yeah, unfortunately, for whatever reason, this just doesn't work. I think you should have used only 2 typefaces or only 2 fonts, and you would have been a bit better. Um, for this critical side, again, pretty good, pretty good. The weight, the logo, the flavor. So overall, yeah, I think seeing something like this could work potentially well in a store setting. But yeah, overall, I'm not in love with it. I don't think this is the right approach, especially with the dotted line. By the way, the dotted line, it just doesn't work for me. I don't have purple in my style guide, in my company guide. I do appreciate the large amount of white here, but yeah, overall, it's not my taste. Now, these are the two. Unfortunately, they haven't used the same template. I think I posted the template, the official template, quite late. And basically, this is very close to what I was thinking. So a lot of white, a lot of strong colors, basically different colors for different flavors, although this is for the same flavor. What I don't like is this part right here, which is very, very close to this one right here. So I think that's a mistake. I'm not really sure why you used that typeface. But yeah, overall, pretty good. This part right here, again, I think it works fairly well. The contrast is nice and lovely, and it does go in line with what we have here. You can see the same clouds, the same pattern. So yeah, this is quite close. Now, where unfortunately things go off the hill is with the text. It just doesn't work. I have it printed right out in front of me, and I can tell that you haven't worked on a lot of packaging projects because you should have printed this out and you should have seen that this is not legible. It's way too small, unfortunately. So obviously, you could easily adjust it. You could make it bigger. But yeah, I think that's one of the big downfalls. Again, the same thing here. This is way too small, so there's a very good chance that it won't be able to. You won't be able to scan it at the store. This is pretty good. The hierarchy quite nice. Again, a bit a bit tricky with three different typefaces, and then this one, the fourth one. So I think you should clear this up, because again, three in such a small amount of space, plus this one here, plus what we have here, it's a bit busy. It's a bit busy. Overall, these are quite decent though. Especially, I would say this one. I think it may work quite nicely. Now, the main question is, how would it look like with all five flavors? So that's one thing that we have to make sure that it works well. The same thing here, because again, you do have extra space versus these other ones. I'm really curious to see how this is gonna work out. But yeah, I would say that this is a good start. I wouldn't say that this is a winner, but I would say that this is a good start. So overall, I'm quite happy with the outcome. I think we have some good ideas here. Like I said, I'm gonna have a nose operation tomorrow, so I'm gonna be a bit busy, a bit unavailable. But when I come back, we can take this further, and I'm quite excited to see how this is gonna pan out. Unfortunately, the template that I provided, it's not gonna be available for whatever reason. The company just said they have to provide me with a different size, which is gonna mean that most likely this part is gonna be taller. This part is gonna be taller. This part right here is gonna be smaller. So we're gonna get the official guide, and then we're gonna put in another quarter and give it another go. But yeah, so far I do appreciate these entries. These really help a lot, and I'm quite curious to see how we can take it further. Thank you so much, and we're gonna be in touch after I get back on my feet, probably in about a week or so. Probably a bit faster, but just I can just type in a bit in Discord, but we can't really have a decent conversation because again, it's gonna be hard to breathe and whatnot. Thanks again, guys, and we're gonna be in touch. Thank you.